Ever wondered what it takes to make a woman miss you so much that you are constantly on her mind? The kind of longing that has her checking her phone for your texts, replaying your conversations in her head, and waiting eagerly for the next time she will see you? The truth is, there is a strategy behind creating that magnetic pull, and it is not about playing games or using tricks. It is about embodying certain principles that naturally draw her closer, even when you are not around. In this video, I am going to reveal the powerful principles that, when mastered, will make women miss you intensely. These aren't just tips. They are lifestyle changes that can transform your relationships and make you the kind of man who leaves a lasting impact. We will talk about everything from self-sufficiency to emotional control and why living with purpose is one of the most attractive qualities a man can have. But that is just scratching the surface. There is so much more to uncover. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to make her miss you in a way that is authentic and lasting. Trust me, you don't want to miss what is coming up next. The first principle we are diving into is self-sufficiency. Now, this isn't just about being able to take care of yourself financially or physically, though those are important. Self-sufficiency is about cultivating a mindset that doesn't rely on others for validation or fulfillment. When you are self-sufficient, you exude a quiet confidence that is incredibly attractive to women. You are not looking for someone to complete you because you are already whole. This makes you stand out in a world where so many people are seeking external validation. Being self-sufficient means you are pursuing your goals, passions, and hobbies independently. You have your own life, and you are not waiting around for someone else to give it meaning. This independence makes you more intriguing. She will start wondering what you are up to when you are not together, and that curiosity is the first step toward making her miss you. Imagine this: instead of constantly texting or calling, you are out there living your life, hitting the gym, advancing in your career, or exploring a new hobby. She will notice that you are not always available, and that is when the magic happens. The more you invest in yourself, the more she will want to be a part of your world. It is not about playing hard to get. It is about genuinely being too busy and fulfilled to be constantly available. And when you do make time for her, it feels like a special occasion. So, start focusing on building your self-sufficiency. Not only will this make you more attractive, but it will also give you the confidence and independence that are key to making her miss you when you are not around. The next principle that will make her miss you is mastering emotional control. This isn't about suppressing your feelings or becoming cold and distant. It is about understanding and managing your emotions in a way that strengthens your relationships rather than weakens them. When you have emotional control, you are not easily swayed by external circumstances, and you don't react impulsively. Instead, you respond thoughtfully, which shows maturity and stability. To traits that women find incredibly attractive. Emotional control is powerful because it creates a sense of reliability. When you are steady and composed, even in difficult situations, it signals to her that you are someone she can count on. Women are drawn to men who can maintain their cool, especially in stressful or unexpected moments. It is the calm, collected demeanor that makes her feel safe and secure, knowing that you are not going to let your emotions dictate your actions. But here is where it gets interesting. Emotional control also involves knowing when to show vulnerability. It is not about being stoic all the time. It is about being selective with your emotional expression. When you are in control of your emotions, you choose the right moments to share your feelings, making those moments more impactful. This contrast between being strong and showing vulnerability at the right times makes you more compelling and memorable. For example, if you are upset about something, instead of lashing out or withdrawing completely, you calmly communicate your feelings. This approach not only resolves issues more effectively, but also deepens the connection. She will appreciate your ability to handle emotions with grace, and when you are not around, she will miss that stability you bring into her life. In essence, Emotional control is about balance, knowing when to be strong and when to be open. Mastering this balance will make you the kind of man she can stop thinking about, even when you are not together. Communication is the backbone of any relationship, but what sets you apart is how you communicate. Intentional communication is about speaking with purpose, clarity, and honesty. It is about being mindful of your words and the impact they have on the person you are communicating with. When you practice intentional communication, you are not just talking to fill the silence. You are sharing thoughts, feelings, and ideas that matter. What makes intentional communication so powerful is that it creates deeper connections. Instead of small talk or generic conversations, you are engaging in meaningful dialogue that resonates. You ask questions that show you genuinely care about what she thinks and feels, and you listen actively, giving her your full attention. This level of engagement makes her feel valued and understood, which is something she will definitely miss when you are not around. Another key aspect of intentional communication is knowing when to speak and when to listen. Too often, people talk just to be heard, without really considering the other person's perspective. But when you communicate intentionally, you are not just waiting for your turn to speak, you are genuinely absorbing what she says. This kind of thoughtful interaction makes her feel connected to you on a deeper level. And it is this connection that lingers in her mind long after your conversation ends. Imagine you are having a conversation about something important to her. Instead of giving a quick, surface-level response, you delve deeper, asking questions that show you are really interested in her thoughts. This kind of exchange leaves a lasting impression because it is not something she experiences with just anyone. It makes her feel special, and that feeling sticks with her, making her miss your presence when you are not there. So, make every conversation count. Be intentional with your words, listen actively, and show that you care about more than just the surface-level details. When you communicate like this, she will start to realize that conversations with you are different, more meaningful, more engaging, and she will miss them when you are not around. One of the most powerful principles you can adopt to make her miss you is the concept of accepting and even embracing absence. It might sound counterintuitive, but giving someone the space to miss you is essential in any relationship. The idea here is simple. When you are always around, it is easy for your presence to become a given. But when you create a bit of distance, you give her the chance to realize just how much she values having you in her life. Absence doesn't mean disappearing completely or playing hard to get. It is about finding the right balance between being available and allowing her to experience life without you. This space is what makes her appreciate your presence even more. When you are not always there, she will start to notice the little things she misses. The way you make her laugh, the way you listen, or the comfort she feels when you are around. In today's world, where everyone is constantly connected, choosing to step back occasionally can be a powerful move. When you are not constantly texting or calling, it creates a sense of anticipation. She will start wondering what you are up to, and that curiosity turns into longing. Next time she sees you or hears from you, it feels special because it is not something she can take for granted. Creating this kind of healthy absence is about confidence. You are secure enough in yourself and in the connection you have built to know that a little distance won't weaken the relationship. In fact, it will strengthen it. It is about knowing that you don't have to be constantly present to be appreciated. When you accept and manage absence well, you give her the opportunity to reflect on the value you bring to her life, making her miss you even more. So, don't be afraid to step back occasionally. Embrace the power of absence and watch as she starts to crave your presence more than ever before. Mindfulness is often talked about in the context of meditation or stress relief, but it is also a game changer when it comes to relationships. Being mindful in your interactions means being fully present with the person you are with, giving them your undivided attention and engaging with them on a deeper level. When you are mindful in your interactions, you create moments that are more meaningful and memorable, which in turn makes you someone she will miss when you are not around. In today's fast-paced world, where distractions are everywhere, being truly present is a rare and valuable trait. When you are with her, make a conscious effort to put away your phone, ignore other distractions, and focus solely on her. Listen not just to the words she is saying, but to the emotions behind them. Respond thoughtfully, showing that you are genuinely interested in what she has to share. This level of attention makes her feel valued and understood, something that is incredibly powerful in any relationship. Mindfulness also involves being aware of your own emotions and reactions during interactions. It is about noticing how you feel and how those feelings influence your behavior. By being mindful, you can choose to respond in ways that are constructive rather than reactive, which leads to more positive and fulfilling interactions. This kind of emotional intelligence not only deepens your connection, but also makes her appreciate the time she spends with you even more. Imagine a conversation where you are fully present, truly listening, and engaging with her in a way that feels natural and genuine. She will notice the difference compared to the usual rushed or distracted interactions she might have with others. These mindful moments create a lasting impression because they are so different from the norm. When you are not around, she will find herself missing those times when she had your complete attention. So, practice mindfulness in every interaction. Be present, listen actively, and engage with intention. When you do, you will create a connection that is hard to forget, making her miss you when you are not there. Consistency in communication is one of the cornerstones of any strong relationship. It is not about bombarding her with messages every hour of the day, but rather about being reliable and steady in your interactions. When you communicate consistently, you create a sense of trust and security, which are essential for making someone feel connected to you, and eventually, to miss you when you are not around. Being consistent doesn't mean you have to be predictable or boring. It is more about maintaining a rhythm in how and when you communicate. This can be as simple as checking in regularly or responding to her messages in a timely manner. It is about letting her know that you are there, even if you are not always physically present. When your communication is steady, she begins to see you as someone she can rely on. And this reliability becomes something she values and misses when it is not there. However, it is important to strike the right balance. Over-communication can sometimes have the opposite effect, making your presence feel overwhelming rather than missed. That is why it is crucial to maintain a healthy balance, being present enough to show you care, but also giving her space to miss you. When you communicate in this balanced, consistent way, you create a positive dynamic where she looks forward to hearing from you, and your messages become something she eagerly anticipates. Consistency also means being true to your words and actions. If you say you are going to call, then make that call. If you promise to meet, show up. This reliability builds trust, and trust is something that women deeply value in a relationship. When she knows she can count on you to follow through, it makes your absence more noticeable and your presence more cherished. So, aim for consistency in your communication. Be reliable, balanced, and thoughtful in how you connect with her. When you master this, you will create a pattern of interaction that she will miss when you are not around. Living with purpose is one of the most attractive qualities a man can possess. It is not just about having goals or ambitions. It is about living your life with intention and direction. When you are driven by a purpose, it gives your life meaning and focus, which is incredibly magnetic to women. Purposeful living shows that you are not just drifting through life. You are actively shaping your future and working towards something bigger than yourself. When you have a clear purpose, it affects every aspect of your life, including your relationships. It gives you confidence because you know where you are headed and what you want to achieve. This self-assuredness makes you stand out because it is something that is becoming increasingly rare. Women are drawn to men who are passionate about their goals, who have a sense of mission, and who are actively pursuing their dreams. It is not just about having a job or a career. It is about having a vision for your life that goes beyond the everyday. Purposeful living also makes your time more valuable. When you are focused on achieving something significant, you don't have time to waste on trivial matters. This makes the time you do spend with her even more special. She will start to see that you are not just available at any moment because you are busy building something meaningful. This scarcity of time naturally makes her miss you more when you are not together. Moreover, when you live a purpose, you inspire others, including her. Your drive and determination can be contagious, encouraging her to pursue her own passions and goals. This mutual respect for each other's ambitions creates a powerful connection, one that is based on more than just physical attraction. It has a deeper bond that goes beyond the surface, and it has something she will deeply miss when you are not around. So, focus on living a purposeful life. Identify what drives you, what you are passionate about, and pursue it with everything you have got. When you do, you will not only improve your own life, but you will also become the kind of man who leaves a lasting impact, someone she will miss when you are not there. Understanding how to moderate your emotions is a critical aspect of emotional intelligence and a key factor in creating lasting attraction. It is about finding the right balance between expressing your feelings and maintaining control over them. When you master the art of moderating your emotions, you show maturity and stability, qualities that make you stand out and that women find deeply appealing. Moderating emotions doesn't mean suppressing them or pretending that you are unaffected by things that happen in your life. Instead, it is about being in tune with your feelings and knowing how to express them in a healthy, constructive way. This balance is crucial because it prevents you from coming across as overly emotional or detached, both of which can be off-putting. When you show that you can handle your emotions calmly and confidently, especially in challenging situations, it signals to her that you are someone who can be relied upon. For example, if you are faced with a conflict or a stressful situation, instead of reacting impulsively, you take a moment to process your emotions and respond in a measured way. This kind of response not only diffuses tension, but also earns her respect. She will see you as someone who is in control, not just of your own emotions, but of the situation as a whole. On the other hand, moderating emotions also means knowing when to show vulnerability. There is immense strength in being able to open up and share your feelings when the time is right. It is about being honest with your emotions, but not letting them dictate your actions. This balance between strength and vulnerability creates a dynamic that keeps her intrigued and connected to you. By mastering emotional moderation, you create a stable and balanced presence in her life. It has this consistency and character that she will come to appreciate and miss when you are not around. She will remember how you handle tough situations with grace, and how you were able to express your emotions without being overwhelmed by them. This emotional balance is something that sticks with her, making her long for your presence when you are not there. So, focus on finding that sweet spot between expressing your emotions and maintaining control over them. When you do, you will become the kind of man who leaves a lasting impression, someone she will miss and think about long after you have gone. Consistency in character is the foundation of trust and respect in any relationship. It is about being true to who you are, regardless of the circumstances, and maintaining your values and principles in every situation. When you are consistent in your character, you become someone others can rely on, and this reliability is something that makes you unforgettable and deeply missed when you are not around. In a world where people often change their behavior based on the situation or who they are with, staying true to yourself is a rare and admirable trait. It means that whether you are facing a challenge, enjoying a success, or navigating everyday life, you are the same person at your core. This consistency builds a strong sense of trust, because she knows what to expect from you. There are no surprises, no sudden shifts in behavior, just the steady, reliable presence of someone who is true to their word and their values. Consistency in character also means standing by your beliefs, even when it is difficult. It is about having the courage to be yourself, no matter what. This kind of integrity is incredibly attractive because it shows that you are not easily swayed by external pressures. You are grounded in who you are, and the kind of strength and stability is something that women deeply respect and appreciate. But it is not just about big, life-changing moments. Consistency in character is also reflected in the small, everyday actions that define who you are. Whether it is how you treat people, how you handle stress, or how you celebrate success. These little moments add up to create a clear picture of your character. When you are consistently kind, respectful, and dependable, you leave a lasting impression that she will miss when you are not around. Imagine this: every time she thinks about you, she knows exactly what kind of person you are. Strong, reliable, and true to your word. That kind of consistency is comforting and rare, and it is what makes you stand out from the rest. She will miss not just your presence, but the steady, dependable character you bring into her life. So, focus on maintaining consistency in your character. Be the kind of person who is true to their word, who stands by their values, and who remains steady no matter what life throws your way. When you do, you will become someone she can't help but miss, someone who leaves a lasting impact long after you are gone. As we wrap up this video, let us quickly revisit the powerful principles we have discussed. From mastering self-sufficiency to living with purpose, and from emotional control to consistency in character. These are the strategies that will make you unforgettable and deeply missed when you are not around. Each of these principles works together to create a version of you that is attractive, reliable, and irreplaceable. Remember, it is not about playing games or manipulating emotions. It is about genuinely improving yourself and living in a way that naturally draws people to you. When you embody these principles, you won't just make her miss you. You will become the kind of man who leaves a lasting impact on everyone he meets. If you found these tips helpful and want to continue leveling up your life and relationships, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We have got plenty more videos coming your way that will help you become the best version of yourself. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who could use a little boost in their love life. Lastly, drop a comment below and let us know which principle you are going to start working on today. We love hearing from you. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep striving to be the best you can be.